it's me again, Alex from prooph Software. I'm really excited to be able to show you our new Cody Engine today. But that's not all. You can experience Cody Engine yourself. We've prepared a demo board for you that is available on the free client as well as the prooph board platform. And yeah, you can just access it, install the Cody Engine and try it out yourself. You need to have Git and Node.js installed on your local machine. I already have that on my machine, so I can skip that part and directly install the Cody Engine from GitHub. So let me see. Once it's cloned from GitHub, I can run npm install. That takes a moment, but when it's finished, that's it. I can now invoke npm run serve. As soon as all three servers are up and running, we can open the Cody Engine in the browser. You will find the link here. And here we go. This is the basic setup of Cody Engine. It starts in the prototyping mode. You have the ability to configure different personas with different roles to simulate real users in the system. We will also use it for the 3 different roles of our time tracking application. So yeah, we are ready to start. Now Cody can do its magic. So let's try it out. Before we can generate the first feature, we tell Cody about our 3 different roles. That's important for the basic setup. And we can communicate with Cody through a new Cody wizard. I opened the Cody wizard on this feature frame here, and I can run Cody directly from the Cody wizard. And all the information that are included in the common feature are now passed to Cody. The Cody wizard connects to our Cody server and then goes through the different steps up to a health check to see if the backend and frontend server are still running after code generation. Because, well, sometimes things can break, and the Cody wizard tries to identify, let's say a wrong configuration, stuff like that, so that you get direct feedback here. All right, in this case, everything worked as expected, so we can continue with our first real feature of the system. We want to start with hiring employees, which is done by the HR department. And here is the design of the feature. One special of the first feature is that we are using the authentication service here to create users in the system based on the information that we get from the hire employee command. So in the prototyping mode of Cody Engine, this means that a new persona is added to the system. We will see that in action when Cody has generated the feature. The rest of it is straightforward. We have an employee hired event. We have the new employee as an information in the system, and that also fills the employee list that is shown on the employees overview page. Okay, so we can use the Cody wizard again to do that. We select the feature frame. We open the Cody wizard. Then we can look through the configuration of each part of this feature. So for example, here we have the UI, which is available on a specific route in the application. It will be shown in the sidebar, and we also get a breadcrumb. So here we can change the different parameters to customize the Cody Engine. When we look at the command, for example, we can configure the schema of the command. Based on the schema, Cody will generate a form for us where we can enter the data, and so on. I'm not going into all the details of the Cody wizard now. I think that is better done in follow-up videos. But just that you can open the Cody wizard, click through it, and see what we have prepared there. Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to the feature and run Cody. All right, Cody finished the work, so we can check the Cody engine. And we see the new employees overview here. Of course, it's empty at the moment, so let's hire our first employee. First, we need an HR person, so let's call her Jane, with email jane@testit, and give her the role HR, and then hire Jane. So in the background, the authentication server is creating the persona. In the prototyping mode, this takes a little bit of time, so just wait until the employee is visible. In the production mode, of course, this is much faster. But here in this case, the servers have to restart after adding the persona to a file in the Cody engine. So yeah, that's the reason why it takes a bit of time. But that's only the case when the authentication server creates a persona. So the rest of the system is pretty fast. So now we can get back to the dashboard, and we see Jane as a persona added here. And we can sign in as Jane and hire more employees as the HR with the HR role. We have a optional task that you can do. At the moment, if we would hire more employees with different roles, everybody would be able to access the employees page, add new personas, and so on. When we move this HR role card here close to the UI card and we run Cody again, the permission system will be activated for the employees page. So from that moment on, only a persona or only a user with the HR role can access this page. Yeah. So let's see that in action. I will skip the code generation steps for the rest of the video so that you don't have to wait for it. Now the permission system should be activated. We can check it in the Cody engine. The employees link in the sidebar is gone. When we sign in as Jane again, then it appears in the sidebar and we can access it. So yeah, let's hire another employee. This time we call him John at TestIT, and give him the role project manager. And again, we wait until John appears in the employee list. And then we can switch to the dashboard and log in as John. Here we go. And as you can see, the employees link in the sidebar is not visible for John because he don't have the HR role. John's task will be to acquire clients and set up client projects and also assign developers to projects. So let's generate all these 3 features in one go so that we have them available, and then I can show you how it works. Nice. All the features are added to our prototype, so we can check them out. We have to sign in as John because he has the role project manager. So we get access to the clients and to the projects. And then we can acquire a new client. Let's call them awesome AG and set up our first client project. So yeah, just test project and select the awesome AG client. All right. So as a last step, we need to assign developers to the new project, but we don't have developers at the moment. So let's switch the persona. Let's get back to Jane and hire 2 more employees, this time with the developer role. So first we hire Anna with developer role. And also Max who is also a developer. Both should also be available as personas on the dashboard. And we sign in as John again, as the project manager. Then go to the project. And here we can assign our 2 developers to the project. As a preparation for our last feature. The core of the application is that developers, project managers can track time while working on different projects. And the resulting timesheet is then used for project managers to get an overview of the time booked on a specific project. And that is also used by HR to get an overview of the work time of each employee. So let's add the time tracking feature. Perfect. Cody has finished. Let's see it in action. We can now log in as Anna, for example. Then we get access to the timesheet and track project time. Can select the project when we are assigned to it, and then enter the data that is needed, like this one. Okay. And here's our first entry. Let's also sign in as Max and do the same. Max is also assigned to the test project, so he can book time on it. Okay. Okay, now we have 2 time entries on the project made by 2 different developers. If we log in as John again, then it would be nice to see the time entries here on the project details page. And that's the next feature that Cody can generate for us. Cody has finished, so we should be able to see the track time from Anna and Max. Nice. Last but not least, we want to give HR the overview of the work time of each employee. So we trigger Cody one last time and check the result in our prototype. So we have to log in as the HR person, Jane. Go to the employees overview And then, for example, have a look at the time report from Max. Our prototype is ready. Yeah, well done. Check out the demo board and just play around with Cody Engine.